You guys okay, or do I need a mic to it? Okay. But today, first off, I'll introduce myself. I'm Coach Running Backs at Texas A&M. I'm going on my 16th year coaching. Okay? I spent 8 years in the SEC. I coached at Tennessee. I coached at South Carolina. And I'm at A&M. And I've also been 5 years at Florida State. Okay? And I've coached at Miami of Ohio, Tennessee Chattanooga, Tennessee Martin. Okay? So my 16 years, I've been around a couple good running backs. A bunch of them. You know, I've had 14 1,000-yard rushes. 10 of those guys, 11 of those guys played in the NFL. So I've been fortunate. You know? I wouldn't say it's because of bag drills and cone drills. Those guys are talented. You know, but I was fortunate to be around some great players. So I always start off talking about just how a running back fits in the offense, because I think that's key. So, you know, all offenses is going to be balanced between running and pass. I think running backs have a great responsibility within them. You know, there's no other position tied into the run game as a run blocker and a ball carrier, and also, you know, as a pass protector in the pass game, and catching the ball out of the backfield as a receiver. Okay, so they got a lot of responsibility, a lot of things they got to do. So they got to have a great understanding of offensive scheme and also technique. Knowing those little coaching points and little things they have to do in order to have success, in order for the offense to have success. You know, so they have a key quality that thing. As offensive coach, we stay up all night trying to come up with that play where we can block all 11, right? Anybody got that play? I ain't got that play yet. The defensive coach is up all night too, right? So at the point of attack, there's always going to be a player sliding off, right? Or two players standing there. So guys have to understand, I always tell running backs, you can't run to the hole open for it to be open, right? I got my eyes on my keys, I'm getting to the line of scrimmage. What do you see? Not what you think going to happen, what do you see at the point of attack? Are you reading your keys and going from there, okay? So that's a key, and that's a very important thing, you know, for a running back to understand. We work in depth and detail on how to break tackles. What am I attacking? My footwork that's involved in that, right? How do I gain leverage on the defender? How do I create space? You know, when a guy's standing there, you know, what are the different things I can do in order to affect a defender? You know, so we work a lot on those things. You know, and I think where a player gets better is where he understands the importance of technique. What does it do for you? You know? Or bad technique. We always say bad technique leads to bad decisions, right? But you can get into it. So we always talk about technique. We always talk about how important it is. But as coaches, I think one of the most important things is having a routine, right, or a process to develop guys, to develop that technique so guys can get better. All right, so as we go through this thing, I'm very casual. You got questions, don't hesitate to ask, okay? I always start off with footwork, okay? Footwork is the key. Having balance, right? It's key to having balance. I always say 18-inch base, so that's pretty much feet up underneath the armpits, okay? I don't want to have my feet too wide, because that's when my balance starts to change to other parts of the body if we don't want it, okay? Midfoot position, you know, right underneath the ball of the feet right there. You know, when I'm inside the box, I'm going to have that base, but I'm also going to have a great foot position. Not on my tiptoes, not on my heels, not on the outside of my foot, right? Not with my toes pointed out. You know, all those things are very important. And when I step on an angle, or when I step, I'm not trying to step too wide, right? Because I don't want to take 4 steps to do something when I can do it in 3, okay? So having foot quickness is the key to that, all right? And being able to transfer your weight, transfer your power, okay? Am I just doing a little jab step right there where I'm going to end up on that right foot, or am I hanging on that left foot a little bit longer? Transition your weight, right? It's how you change the power, okay? That's how you turn your shoulders. We're going to talk about that. And toe position. I just said it. You don't want your toes pointed out. You know, where do you want your toes pointed in order to be be in the best position to take on defender. And feedback, knees low. A lot of times I watch guys go through bags, and they go through bags with their knees up. Okay? We play in this position, shoulders over toes right here, so we can move our feet and keep our knees low and we go back. So your feet should be tucked underneath the butt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going for a whole foot first. It's pads in my feet. You see a lot of guys trip over because they lead with the front leg right there, the toes first. So we always try to keep our feet back and underneath. All right, now I'm talking about leverage. Then you talk about the angle of attack. How much space do I have? I have 10 yards. You know, is the defender a deep safety? Is he right up in the box? Is his shoulders turned? All those things are important as far as speed, the tempo, and the angle of attack. All right, and now, how do I get into position? You have to get in position to make a play first. You know, so get in position, and how do you attack that defender? In the space of the situation. Is it 32? Is it goal line? You got to understand the situation and understand in order to understand how to attack that guy. And pad leverage body level. Okay? There's a difference. I got great pad leverage, but when I get on him, do I have great leverage on him? Do I have the advantage to break the tackle when I get in that battle zone? All right? So battle zone, you're within 5 yards. You're within 3 yards. It ain't too much more wiggling right here. Right? Now, I'm in that position right here, like we talked about earlier. Do I have leverage? What type of tackle are we dealing with? Is he a high wrap tackle? Is he a low wrap tackle? All right? Is he a body block guy? Is he going for my thighs? Does he tackle with his right shoulder? Right? Does he tackle with his left? Some defenders, they always tackle with that right shoulder, right? So we want to know that thing about the guy that's tackling, right? Using my off arm. How do I use my ball side arm? Which is very different, right? What position I'm going to put my shoulders in right here? My sliding the tackle right here, by stepping to him, turning my shoulders away, and come back to square, right? How do I use that body leverage to break attack, right? Foot and body rotation right there, and then the tempo and speed of the collision. How do you control the collision? You control it with your speed, you control it with the angle of attack, right? All right, this diagram on top is where I started, all right? This is the basis right here where we started, diagram 1, okay? So we talk about footwork, right here. I always start with clear step right here. That's A right there. Clear step is a 4-inch step, my toes pointed further, right? So it's a 4-inch step right here. 4-inch step. Now when I got red, it's right, okay? That's the ball side. The left side is back side right here, okay? All right, that's your back side foot. Okay. All right, so B right here is a jab step. Okay, so if I got the ball in my right arm right here, this is a jab step right here. This is a clear step. You understand that? All right, mid step right here is a step 4 inches inside, and it usually go with a clear step, right? So I can mid clear away, okay, from a defender. All right, and the last one, the last two right there is D. That's power step, right? So how I transition my weight, I put a percentage on it. So as I'm stepping up field right here, right, I can go to a balance step, which is E, right, with the backside foot. Power to balance right there, right? You guys understand that? If you have any questions, please ask. All right, now diagram 2, now we're stepping on the angle, okay? Now we're stepping on an angle, and I may move my shoulders to a 45-degree angle. So if I lead step right here, my shoulder's going on an angle right here, right shoulder, right toe, right? I'm turning on that 45-degree angle, and I'm ready to step and bring power in. Sorry, going faster than mine. All right, now, on the other side of that, I call that a pivot step, because usually I just work like you're pivoting back to going right, okay? So if I was going left right here, you guys understand that? So if I'm going right, the ball is right, I got the ball in the right arm right here, okay? So K will be a pivot step, and the two inside ones are G and F. All right, we're talking about a cross step where I'm going across the defender's face, okay? And then we got a through step. You ever heard grip through, right? So if I step in the middle of my body, similar to a mid step, and I'm stepping forward, and now I grip right here to go through. Because what happens is a lot of times guys don't do it, and then they do what? They step that foot in the end and veer. You don't want to veer, because that's turning your side, right? I call it your side guard, really. You turn the side of your body to a defender running dead at you. You're going to get tired. All right, right, Grand Prix, now we're working on rotation, okay? Now we're working on rotation right here, forward and backwards right here. All right, so in right here is an open step. So an open step, my right shoulder and right toe go straight on the 90-degree angle, right? So right here, if I was in gun and I'm running across the quarterback to get the ball, right? I'm going to turn my shoulders here, my right toe is going to go. It's amazing how many times you see guys do what? They don't move that foot, they kick it. So when you get there and get the ball from quarterback, you're on the opposite foot. You really want to be on the same foot, right? Same foot, inside arm up, ready to get the ball, right? So this times up well with that. A slight open step, okay, is now I'm going to slightly open the toe, just like zone step, right? And then I'm going to go to a cross step and get in position on that 3-step sequence to get the ball. All right? So we're talking about 2 front ones there. All right? We got return and we got torque. The reason why I say that is when I got the ball, say I cut back and there's a safety there, if I want to torque upfield, this is the off arm right here. I don't have the ball, got the ball in the right arm. So as I go upfield right here, I can rip through that guy and go vertical. That's torque. Now if I'm going right here, the ball in the right arm is a different movement because this is the ball side arm. Now I'm going to vice the ball right here, right? My hands over my wrist, turn my shoulders right here away from contact, and then come back to square, okay? So that's that foot right there. The back 2 right here is called replace and roll. Simple thing right here with replace is I'm bringing my back foot similar to a mid-step, right? So if a guy's coming to hit me in my legs, boom, I'm stepping back and I'm still moving forward. So you might have a little side step and then come back, roll back into position. Okay, so when I roll back into position, I'm bringing power with that shoulder. So if I turn here and the guy's coming to hit me, here I go. I go roll that shoulder back in position to take on contact. So this is some of the stuff we work on extensively as far as how to break tackles. So I got a diagram of stuff that I use, okay? Simple stuff, like a shoot for pads, right? We're doing the same movements like we're in the box, right? I'm underneath this 4-foot chute so it makes my shoulders get down. I don't want to see guys get down there and they got the chest up, right? It's like playing basketball. I got my shoulders over my toes right here. My weight's centered inside. I'm almost pigeon-toed, right? I don't want my toes pointed out because I don't want the weight going to the outside part of the foot, okay? Step over bag, everybody got it. Best tool you can use, right? Been used a long time. Step over bags, I use a 3-bag, 4-bag, 5-bag, 2-bag, and we'll go through those 3. Punch stick is another thing I use for ball security. It's a boxing glove on the stick with a tennis ball on the end of the PVC pipe. All right, so I use that to be away from the guy so he don't feel me getting ready to get close to him to punch him. All right, so I got a stick, or I usually have a equipment manager has a stick right here, and he's just trying to punch when the elbow gets out away from the body. Okay, just trying to punch right behind there now. Call the phone. All right, and then the boxing glove right there, I use it for close, in close. And it has meaning to the guy. So if I got a boxing glove on, they're thinking of a hand. So they're trying to chop down on it. So they're not trying to bar down on it, they're just trying to push the hand out. Because when a guy comes in to make a tackle, if it's just his hand right there, you really don't want to go in there and step on it. You just want to knock the hand down, right? Get your hands on top of that form and just knock down, okay, or pull. Now that's the body shield, right? That's a chest high wrap tackle. Guy coming in the high right there, I'll bring the body shield in, and then we'll use swipe techniques, turn the shoulders away, trying to pull your body in front. And you'll see that over there. And then arm shield, get one. I put the arm shield down, you chop. I put the arm shield up to the chest right here. You're trying to punch right here and ball. A lot of times the safety will come up to you like this. He's a high rack tackler, and guys going in the rip, right? But they get your shoulders real low, the guy just corrals you and throw you down to the ground. So you really want to keep your shoulders out of that, right? You want to bar with the hand in the chest right there, and then you can step away and slowly break the tackle. All right, and then the last one, dots. You always use dots. All right, so talk about mid-step. This is a 15-cone drill. Okay, the thing we're trying to work on is keeping my feet where behind me, underneath the butt right here. I'm only moving 4 inches right here. That's where you get your tempo from. Get your body in a position to take on contact. It's also what you use for pass pro, right? You set a guy, I'm getting that pass pro position right there. I can't just go run all over the place, but don't have balance and power if you run that. Okay? So this is our drill right here. So we start here, right? You rotate down, and now you turn, and you're facing outside. When you get to the bottom end of this, he's facing out. Okay? So I'll show you on the tape. You see the movement, feet right here. You see the feet back. Okay? This is a great drill because it's simple and it's not a high tempo. And I always look at the tempo for this drill. This drill really has speed. So really all I'm working on, you see right here, the half rotation roll, right? Or return right here, ball side, right? Now I go ahead and turn a full turn right here, a half turn right here. And then it's just like catching the check down. I catch that check down right here, we always keep punching the ball. Right? So if that ball is at me, I catch it here. I don't catch it like this and then take 3 steps and turn around right here. I catch it, punch to the ball, and now it goes in the back pocket, and I'm ready to go vertical. Right? So I punch here, go vertical. So that's kind of what we're working on. So you'll see mid-step right here. In position right here, there's a defender right there, right? So as I contact him, I'm barring here and I'm sidestepping. You see that? So it's really almost a replace, but it's mid-step, right? So as I turn my body, right, he's only getting half. He's only getting half. You see the arm in there. That's the only way you can tear away from the tackle, right? You slowly push away. Then this guy's engaging, he's trying to disengage, which helps us, right? But if you cut too wide off in this hole, the other guys don't tackle. You gotta stay tight to your blocks, right? As you see him bar the ball right here. Hand goes to the bar right there, right? And he can't roll. Roll means I go back here. I can't roll because my hips are not outside here. The defender's trying to tackle. If he was more on the front shoulder, then you can roll yourself back here, bar the ball, and keep pushing. Okay? Just to change your body movement. All right, right here. Let's go there right here in Orlando. Good player. Third down in like 1 or 2, right? Guys in the backfield right here. You see his inside arm, you see him stepping away right here. Instead of trying to bury his head and run through the guy, he's stepping away right here and watch his hand. He's trying to grab that hand. As a ball carrier, you got to be in control of the situation. Control the hand right here, right? And try to drive your body through. First down. All right, now 6 leg. Now we're working on the move, right? So this is like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of bounce, bang, bend, right? So if I'm going right, I'm bouncing right here, 145. If I go vertical right here, I bang. You understand that? And once I go back to cutback, I bend, right? If I want to go back from cutback to vertical, right, it's a bang, right? So you constantly bounce, bang, bend right here. That's how you set the angle. Whether you want to skinny or safety up in open field, right? Or you want to run away from a guy and now turn back vertical, you got to understand and how to get your body in position to do that. So right here, we're going to start here, and the other party you can flip it right here. So we'll start at the bottom of the screen, but we'll go to the right here and go across. We're trying to seal with that inside leg. You're going to notice that the guy's feet are not too far over the back. We're not high knee, right? We set as close to those backs as possible, but then I'm going to seal with that inside leg, right? Because you seal with the inside half of your body. If that gets out of control, you can't control, right? You stay tight to your blocks. All right, take a look at it. So you see the first step. You stand tight to those backs. Watch the inside leg go vertical right now. See it? Inside leg go vertical right now. He's not taking big steps. Now, right now, I raise that bag high. Now my high rap tackler, he's going to bar right there. Try to slip on through. You guys notice, this is Devontae Freeman right here, right? Staying tight to the back. He was a guy that was really a high knee guy, and slowly he worked on rolling his shoulders forward, keeping his feet back. So we're going to look at this. This situation here, this is Really good defense right here. We're in overtime right here. Need this touchdown. You notice right here, the position of the body right here. That's the position we want to be in right there, right before contact. Shoulders rolling over your toes right there. Ball high and tight. You should have his elbow tighter right here, but he's in vice position. He's in vice position. So if that guy reaches to grab my hand, now we can release down with my hand over my hand. You guys understand that? All right, so right here, he's changing the angle. Watch the inside part of his body. Watch his left leg right here. Get it back down. Then get it back down, and now you got to steer that inside leg and get a great position. I'm not a fan of that. That's the fourth down. This young man right here, you know, he knew this is a high rack tackle right here. He's trying to punch that hand. His hand is getting too far extended. I'd like him to get closer right there and try to get his hand in the chest. Or try to chop down on the arm. Okay? You see how that guy's pulling the arm right there? Right here in position. Now this is a swipe, okay? When you get superior legs, that means you're in a better leverage position, right? Sometimes guys will go wide instead of just turn vertical now. You got the advantage right now. So if you turn vertical, he turns his shoulder and it's a motion where you go up with the elbow and then back. You understand? So if a defensive lineman reach for that arm right here, I go up right here and back, okay? Trying to get myself in position right there. And the swipe, sometimes you use your hand, and you use your elbows if it's a bigger guy. Watch his inside out. There's my six-pack right here, right? I don't want to turn my shoulders and just run right now, right? I want to keep my shoulders square. You know, I'm looking at the picture. His picture is the same as the video, right? You don't know if you got to cut all the way back or have to go vertical. Go. I'm not a fan of switching the ball unless you know it's free. Unless you got 25 yards. I don't believe in switching it in the box, okay? Sometimes you'll see guys won't switch it, and I'll stop it right away and try to get to it. But I don't think that's the most superior position to hold the ball switch. You know? All right, five back right here. Okay, the thing we're working on is now we're working on returning right here, right to the ball side here. And we're also working on rolling, right? Or twerking, away from the ball. So I'll say turn somewhere in here. Sometimes I'll say turn in the end of that. You know, just change it up on them right here. I want them to rotate that ball, rotate their body and bring power to their shoulder. Okay? Want to stay low, want to stay as tight to the back as possible right here. So you see, Devontae right here is one of the best at it right here. Watch it. The weight's on the inside right here. You can be running downfield and you jab outside. You don't want your weight out there, right? So you can do it quickly. He's on the outside, he's on the inside. The weight's on the inside part of his body, so he can return his shoulders back to vertical. And look how fast right here he rolls or returns. Ball side, both. You see the feet. You notice the feet are behind. This movement right here is what we use to roll. So now we pivot right here on the right foot right here to show the hat right here. I don't teach twist movement, right? Spin. I teach rolling because when we get in power position, we run sideways with the shoulders low, right? Because it's harder to bend this. And then we roll into position right there because that's your strongest, really. If someone tackling you and they're holding your back here, you're strong down and pushing against a guy, all right, than any other position right here. But you notice right here, he's trying to get his right on the back shoulder. Now I talk about attacking the armpits, right? If you got a rat attack, that guy's a good player. He's strong. But when you get your hands out here as a tackler right here, sometimes if they're right shoulder a lot, you want to get him in that position right there where you can attack the back shoulder right there because all his weight's on his left foot, okay? And you notice right here, all the power on that other foot. So really, it's a glancing blow where you're trying to roll. You know, you're trying to roll your hips. And you see what I'm talking about, the superior hips right here. His hips are inside. So you roll away from the guy. running, I didn't put that on here, but later on, we talk about pedaling and stuff like that. You see guys tempo towards the line of scrimmage. Pedaling, and we also use inside foot clutch, right? So we're just tapping on one foot. You'll see that some on tape. But that's drills that we work on later right there. So here, he's trying to tempo because he's waiting on the line to go to the second level. It don't always work out in the time that we want it to. But you see how tight he is to the blocks right here. Right? And I think this is closer to the skin right here. But he's trying to chop the head on the guy as he turns. All right, when we get into the four bag right here, we look at zigzag, four bag zigzag, okay? And also we do a P-step, pivot step, right? Where we power inside and then we're moving back. All right, so it's different than, you know, you got the 3 steps, you're rolling forward the whole time. What we're doing right here is we're stepping with the off leg right here, squaring up in position, and then we're back here. You see what I'm saying? And it takes a while sometimes for guys to understand because they want to go through going forward, right? We're going back leg right here square, and then we go to the replace step. Okay, because when you're running downfield, I'm not going to hit you the leg, boom, boom. I'm stepping out right here, and I still can keep running forward. Okay? You guys understand that? So that's kind of how the movement right here is working. Okay? Take a look at it. So starting with that front leg, watch, boom, boom, square up, and look at the inside leg as he's trying to turn his body the opposite way, right? Keep the leg out of it. You see it right here, boom. You see the inside leg right here. Square up, and then drop that leg right there to run around again. Here's the thing I understand. I'm not a big guy on, you know how we say split. That's what I heard is split. You got to kick me. You know what I'm saying? Just like running down, I'm running down on kickoff. I ain't running right down the middle of those guys, right? I remember splitting guys on my play. That feels so good. So we want to lean towards one of them, right? We want to attack one of these guys, right? One of them in a position where that guy got a chance to hit the other, right? So right here, watch him. He's rolling right here because he felt the hip shot right there. He's rolling that foot back. But you see how fast he gets that foot around and back up under right here. And what he should do is sit down more and just try to run with that guy on the back. They ain't gonna hit the teammate. Right? Should. Alright, so here's another one right here. Open field right here. We always teach go vertical now. You're in great position right here. Don't keep drifting outside because you feel like you got totally outrunning now. Ain't gonna happen, right? Get vertical right down. You see that inside arm right here trying to squat, right? He's out of position, but watch him return back down. Right there at contact, I gotta get that body back down, got that arm, right, shield myself from the blow, watch you step out. That's your step right there, replace, right? He's hitting me low, I gotta replace, step back right here, and I still can run sideways, just like when we did step, right? I'm running sideways with that leg out. Stretch play right here, we get outside right here, right? You see the inside arm right here, right? You gotta do something, and you gotta attack it. A lot of times the guy will run away, but you gotta step in there to step away, right? Change the angle on the defender. Really good one right here. You grab my leg right here, I gotta release that leg right there and get it back, right? All right, these are in and out, right? Really, a P-step is what I call it. Right, right foot, left foot, right? And you're stepping back, in position right here to press on the ankle. All right, sometimes I do it where you come out here and you go 90 degrees, okay? I love to say running back there to run back. Sometimes we got to step back, right? You get a great body position. How fast you do that is going to be key. Instead of a jab step, if I was running stretch, I could just jab in there and go, all right, more square like inside zone. Now we jab in there and go outside right here. Watch. Left foot, right foot, get back out. A lot of times, you know, you get a 3-down team or whatever, before you he gets to shade hard side, guys, if we look on tape and we see they're getting nosy, right? And they go in there and attack and get up left. All right, jab right here. All right, it's really a two-step movement. So as we run right here, I don't want to step all the way outside of my body, right? Everything else is vertical. Everything else is moving vertical. So you got it right here. I'm going here, boom. And then I'm not going too far outside of my base. I'm just sinking right there and changing the tempo. Right here. Sometimes we do it more like this, and we do it faster, okay? But all you're trying to do is 2 steps right there, sink right there, and give the illusion that I'm changing direction. So, see it right here. And now when he sticks that foot out there right there, you notice he's not sticking. I use the red line, and also I have lines painted in the end zone right there. Okay, and these bags are, if you look at 2 bags at a time, they're 3 yards apart. The inside of the bag is 24 inches, right? Your base is 18 inches. Now, you understand what I'm saying? So, you're trying to keep your base height through these bags. 1 foot right here is for balance, right? I'm trying to make sure the guys are just moving their inside foot 4 inches, right? 4, maybe 6 inches. But you're not getting too far outside of your body, because the next step has to be in the middle of the body to get your base to the body. So out here, you run the screen right here, right? You sat out on the guy right quick, right? You see, it's not much to it. I think a lot of guys do too much to try to make a guy miss. You do all this stuff, and you do extra steps. Sometimes it just take a little bit, right? Just 1 step and then they go for it. It's the time when you do it. This was one of my favorites, but he held on that inside, I mean, held really on the outside foot. He's really jabbing outside. He's using the outside foot, and he's just staying vertical on the inside. If you notice, there's not much movement, so that defender inside thinks he's coming right at him, right? And then he kind of turns that corner. Take a look at it real time. It's subtle. Not every guy can do it. But they can get to a point where they understand that you ain't got to do too much, you know, as you're moving, right? This is one foot right here, right? I'm pressing the hole. I see the read now. Turn my body away, arms reaching. That's ball side. Now that left foot is going in the ground right now. Watch. Boom. Right now. There you go, 1 foot, right? Sometimes we go 1 foot. Sometimes we back. We all in bad balance, but how do you get your body in position to go forward? Is the key. And you know it's right here. I'm in a great football position, just like underneath that shooting. All right? This one is a jab here, right? I jab right here, and when we run a stretch, I say if you see a second level defender standing there about to make the tackle, just veer to him, jab, and then get back on the 45. Because he'll go for it and try, but you got to play his hold, right? You got to play his jab, and now you work it back outside off. This right here, right? Jabbing right there, back inside. Jabbing, get away from the defender. Now right here, he should, in 3 steps, get back vertical. He should put that right foot in the ground out there. It's almost like returning and get his shoulders square. You watch here, he don't get his shoulders back square. Because if he can do that, now that guy 24 is in bad position to make that tackle. Okay? He's running there, he's jabbing there. And when you get in this position right here, I always tell him, stay veer to the guy, right? Jab at him right here and change the angle, right? You jab it at him and change his angle and let him go in there for a tackle and then I'll run away. But right here, he should try to strike. He should try to turn his shoulders to get around the guy that's safety right here. Because you break through the front arm, you break the guy. When the guy's in that position, if I can break through the front arm and make him make that tackle with his back arm, he's going to break the guy. All right, loop drills is working on, sometimes we love to run in straight lines, but sometimes we run it on curves, right? And was watching on D9 coach Brad Long, and they go through them loops and everything. I'm like, man, you know what? That'd be great for running backs. So, you know, we started doing loops. Just learning how to, a lot of times you run through the loops and you get on a tight one, right? You get your other foot too far into it, and you never want to be in that position. So as you're going through right here, I'm trying to keep that base still 18 inches right here, and I'll do something we call gallop, right? So I'm on that outside foot right there, you know, almost double time, right? Trying to balance myself as I grab and keep my inside foot steering to get around this thing as high as possible, right? It's also taking on the defender, right? I run my leg anti right here. Right here, I'm the defender on the inside. Hand shield on, bring my body there to make me get around. But you notice the base as you go around. You got to reach and gain ground as you turn the corner, right? So right here, press it. Notice how tight it is to the block right there. Tight, you see the turn away? Turn your shoulders right here. This is the return. Ball side right here now. It's where the good position he's in after you get past that. Keeping the left shoulder open right here, right? Now the guy's attacking downhill, right? Keep the left shoulder open, and I'm kind of holding it right there, right? Almost like attacking a loop. And now as you get here, he's in superior position. The guy's going to reach, and he's swiping now. This is a good look at the swipe. See the arm? Try to release him, right? You grab my arm, I pull away, and then I just release him up. All right, double loop right here, right? So now, when you get in this position, I almost want 3 steps to get around you. You see these lines right here, right? I'm trying to get around this thing in about 3 steps. Like 1, 2, 3, get myself on this next turn. See, he's not running as fast through it right here. You see this right here, right? Go. Now I got my hand shield up, so he's thinking what ball, right? I'm thinking punch right through that armpit right there, right? Get my hand in the chest right there to protect myself, right? So right here, you see how fast he's getting himself over here to get around. Now the shot. All right, you got a tight zone right here. You press this thing, get out here in space. Now with speed, a speed turn, right? I got to get vertical right now. Contact, you see the position again. Right now, I'm in position right here with this bar, the ball right here. Okay? So if you hit me low, now it's rolling out.
Excuse me, when you are talking about bar,
yes.
I mean, is it when contact is made,
yes.
Right?
Ball side contact.
As soon as contact's made, that's what you're instructing.
Ball side contact. I'm running right here, guys coming from here, go. That's where my hands go. Right over that ball. I turn my shoulders now, and I still got a way of breaking that tackle. Because if he put his helmet on my back, now I just run right through it and return myself back to school.
So you're feeling pressure away from the ball.
Right here, ball.
When you feel pressure away from the ball.
Away from the ball, now I'm gripping. Ball.
Okay.
Right? All the different phases. It's low pressure right here.
Right.
I'm trying to grip or get my hand on it so I can step out of it, right? Or I can stiff arm, or I can go straight to the bar at the chest. Right? You know, as you're running, sometimes this comes up. I'm in open field running a screen right here, right? And we designate that guys during the week. I make a tackle tape of each guy, okay, and how they tackle on defense. And it'll say high rep tackler, low block tackler, all the different things that happen right here. A swipe tackler at your legs, right? We use this guy as a high rep tackler. Did you see him? Maybe. We worked a lot on this drill. You see him going underneath the armpit when you're moving. When the guy's reaching the safety, whatever, and you've got superior legs, you go back into the armpit right there, and that's the best position to break the tackle. You notice his helmet on the back. So you change the angle right here and you swipe. You see the next thing right here? See his arm go up, right? And the guy's shoulder in the chest right here. Right? So you're trying to protect yourself right here as I want to step through. Now, if you get that arm up right there and step through. You got left shoulder open. That guy is a read guy. He may not attack you, right? Because he don't know. He's just a picture he gave you. He thinks you ain't cut back, right? This is breaking nose swiping. Reaching to the inside arm right here. Watch. Release that inside arm right there. Changing the angle, right? Pressing vertical right here, right? You either go bang back here or bounce, right? Young freshman man right here, very talented, taller guy, 2'3" guy, about 235, okay? Just to give you an idea. So he has long arms, so he's able to pull a guy. So the guy reaching with his hand, he's pulling that hand and trying to use it to get it back vertical. Play quarterback, right? But the one I got on him right here, you're not in position to step on this guy. He's on your front shoulder. You shouldn't try to step on him. You're going to allow him to make the tackle right here. Just knock the hand out. Now you got a good position to try to make that tackle. Running zone extra, this play can go anywhere, right? Does this thing back, great position. He's following full back. Watch him set it back vertical to the guy. I'm balanced position. I feel him coming here. Now I set myself where I got a two-way go here. All right? Bang back across the field here. Now be back vertical. Sometimes you can't outrun that guy, right? If you change the angle right there, you got to change. Yes.
Right, can you go back to that last one? I know it's a good run, but
Yes, sir.
did he have kept that vertical on the first cut?
What we tell him is he's following the fullback.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The fullback is just finding the crease right there. This play can go anywhere.
Okay.
Okay? It can become like stretch. He can go backside and get cut back. So he's following the fullback right here and reading it. Fullback's looking for the extra defender.
How do you have him read that when you got it right?
The fullback?
Yeah.
The fullback is stepping through his steps right here, and it was different because he's keying the mic to get the numbers. You understand? If that mic's scraping right there, you know the mic is going to make the numbers right, especially if they're in stack. So if he pressed right there, that mic commits, he probably going to cut that thing back. And then we go, you'll see it right here, get a good cut block, but look at the numbers on the backside, right? Because the mic got to go over the top, make the thing right. Okay?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard on the fullback to learn this because you got to understand defense technique. A lot of times you get linebackers and you move them to fullback because they understand linebackers. All right, quick threes right here, okay? It's almost like a crossover dribble, so I'm giving the illusion I'm running faster than I am, right? I'm not crossing over. It's not like the lateral movement, right? I'm going here, keeping my base 18 inches as I roll back and forth, okay? Notice when he attacked me, he got to keep that left shoulder open. Right? I'm trying to put my shoulder on his, right? He got to swipe himself, turn his shoulder, get in position right there, and try to get around. Okay? This is on the sideline right here. This is Monte, he's pretty good with those feet, right? Notice him attacking that Tony Burke. Now he's in position, he switched the ball right here, which is going not to do. So notice what he's trying to do. Right? That elbow goes up right here and back around. Get your arm through, shoulder through right here, now trying to pull the body. Right? Right here, you notice right here, he's trying to pull right here. He feels the hand, he's almost trying to swipe and pull through that guy. Watch his foot as he gets himself back through. Right? Get yourself down, get back in that shoot position as you're trying to gallop your way back to square, right?
How do you teach how to hold the football?
I use the policy, okay? Everybody got something, you know, and I've heard this before, but first thing is the ball, right? I want that ball called right here between the index finger and the middle position. That's the strongest position in the hand. Index finger and middle finger, okay? I don't want it on the point of the finger. I don't want it outside because you only have your thumb in. So then somebody can grab your hand, you only got your thumb. So it got to be in between you and this finger. Then I want to throw the ball to the inside part of the form. Okay? That puts the ball in position to go into the crease of the elbow. Okay, so I got that ball in the crease of the elbow with a great ball, strong position on it. Right? And then I want to keep the ball close right here to the body. Right? So there's no space right here, so you can't punch the ball close to the body with the elbow. Okay? And then I want to chin the ball. Last one. I'm chinning the ball. Those are the footballs pointed up, not down here, up. Most fumbles happen, right, from the guy you don't see, right? I got the elbow out, I got the hand out, he pulled the hand, right, or he punched and try to come from behind there and hit the ball. Is that good for that? All right, two bag right here. Only thing I'm working on is the balance and foot placement and padding, right? I'm trying to get myself right here. Only one foot gets outside of the bag. Remember, between the bags is 24 inches here. Okay? So you should have great base right here as you go. We're trying to poke the ball out. We're trying to do everything right here. You're wrapping. Key thing right here. When you got to go forward, this thing always happens when guys take a check out. When you go forward, right, you want to step back into that. You see what I'm saying? I see guys all the time. They catch the ball and turn and they go a big circle. But you want to step back in the bag and you want to step back and get yourself in a great body position to go forward. Okay? That's where your drop step, that's where your punch step comes in. See right here. Step back in the bag and go forward. Quick. See that foot, right? When I'm ready to go, I got to get back lined up correct.
Coach, on that, are they doing a certain number of steps, or are you telling them to?
I say go, and then I say go. Or get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You notice right here, watch the jab inside, just kind of holding on that inside foot. This young man is really good. I call it clutch. You're not losing speed, but you're almost tapping on that inside foot to wait for the blocking to get there. We run a counter right here. We want to be 3 yards away from this second pull, right? I can't leave one. Okay? You guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up. Okay? I'm sorry about the thing at the beginning there. That took some of that time, but hey, if you guys have any questions, you have a still call me. You know, I love talking about football, you know, and teaching guys or getting information from you guys, you know, what works for you. But I appreciate your time, man. If there's anything I can ever do, please let me know. Okay? Thank you.